Right, welcome back everybody to Operation Andromeda. This is the British Commonwealth in Free France turn 13 that we're on now. Some housekeeping items that we already took care of is that the Soviet attack on Kola could only last one round, and so since both of those units died in round 2, the Germans have an airborne in Kola still, and the Russians or Soviets have a militia in Karelia still. And there is some question on this major factory whether it should have 15 or 16 damage. We'll get a ruling on that, but it doesn't really affect too much at the moment, so we'll deal with that at a later time. I think that's it, so we'll hop into the turn. We did our tech on Dice Maiden to help with planning. We were able to move improved construction up to stage 2, but we weren't able to complete long-range aircraft, so that'll stay at stage 3. For the British buys, FEC has $6. We're spending all 6 on a colonial infantry and a militia. Great Britain has the most money it's ever had at 33, thanks to radar and ASW. We are going to be buying 2 colonials, a militia, and a militia upgrade. We're going to be buying an infantry, an artillery, a AAA, and we're going to be lend-leasing a fighter. That brings us into our combat moves, and we do have Elite Golden with us. I'm not sure if you're able to hear him. I don't think I have OBS set up correctly, but he is here with us because we will be doing in the major combat of the turn, we'll be attacking the Italian fleet in M4. So, taking part of that, all of our ships in I-7 that can reach, which is everything except for the battleships and the sub, are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 into M4. They're going to be joined by the fighter and the attack bomber that are in Lower Egypt. The submarine that is in A44 is going to come through Gibraltar and join that attack. Our light carrier is going to come out of port from Gibraltar and join that attack. And our fighter and seaplane that are in Gibraltar are going to fly out and join that attack as well. So that'll be the big combat of the turn. Other combats that we have, we're going to have our infantry walk into Western Egypt and liberate that. And then we're going to have our units in Rhodesia walk up into Tanganyika and liberate that. And then in the Pacific, we're going to have a colonial from Maharashtra attack southern India, and it's going to be joined by the medium bomber and the fighter that are in southern Iran. And then we have our coastal sub is going to move down into P50 and raid there. And our regular sub is going to, there is a map plane there. So our regular sub, I think we are going to move it into P50 as well and raid with both of those there. I think that's got all of our combat moves for the turn declared. Just going to glance over, make sure I didn't miss anything. Don't have any raiding units for Germany, so yeah, I think that's got it all. So we'll go ahead with our combats. We'll take care of the sub-raiding, the Pacific first. So on the top thing here, we will have our regular sub, and the bottom will be the coastal. And I don't think Japan has any complete attacks. Yep. So at the top pair, we'll be at a +2 in yellow, and bottom we're at a +1. And so that's going to be a full 5 damage. The Japanese line, British rating has finally come into success here. So it's going to be -5 from Japan. We'll do the fight for southern India. So we have a 7, 6, and a 2 against the 4. So our 7 in red, and then our 6 in black. And that's going to be a hit, and then we will roll back with the Japanese infantry at a 4, and that misses. So we will liberate southern India. And I think that does lead us into M4 now. So we have all this set up in the battle board. So there are no first strikes on either side due to both of us having destroyers present. So I think we can just go straight into rolling us all. For Great Britain, we do have 2 7s. Our attack bomber has target select, and it's going to be in red. The 6s are all the same. We have 2 light carriers, or light cruisers rather, although I don't think, yeah, there's no planes on the Italian side, so all that really matters is that the seaplane in black can only go towards a submarine, and then we have our destroyers and our sub that has target select on 1. So we'll go ahead and roll our attacking units and see what we can get. Alright, so we're going to get a miss on the sub. One of our destroyers hits. Looks like all of our 5s miss, but 5 of our 6s hit. And then both of our 7s hit, including a target select on the with attack bomber. So that is a fantastic first round as far as I'm concerned for the British. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits plus a target select. So that is fantastic for Britain. For the target select, we are going to target select this light cruiser, and then Elite Golden will be able to choose the other 7 casualties that he wants to take. So we'll go ahead and let him pick those. Yeah, that was big. All right. Yes. That is absolutely insane, and I'm glad that I got you on here because this is oof. You do get 1 hit, and it is a target select. So, which aircraft would you like to eliminate on the British side? You want to kill a fighter? Are you sure you don't want to kill the attack bomber? Okay, no, that's completely fair. Yeah, thinking about it in the future is completely fair. So, all right, if that is your decision, we'll kill a fighter and we'll lose a 6. So yeah, this is yeah, the Italians just got diced hard. So we won't complain as the British, but we do feel bad. And we will go into round 2. Our seaplane technically can roll because there's a transport, but it doesn't really matter. So we won't roll it unless we'll just roll everything else. All right, so round 2 away. It's going to be misses on our subs and destroyers. We're going to get 1 hit from the light cruiser, 2 hits from our 6s, and then 2 more hits from our 7s. So that's going to be 5 hits in total that we deal, but no target selects. All right. And then that one's gone as well. Oh wow. Yeah, this is rough, man. I feel terrible. Let's see. I think I'm gonna lose the sub. Yeah, I'm just gonna lose the sub. So that'll take us to round 3. Yep, our destroyers get it done. 2 hits there, and then yep, and then our other ones get yep. This just went completely in the British favor, and I feel, I mean, this could, I mean, it feels bad. I was expecting to lose like 3/4, if not 4/5 of the fleet here. Yeah, that is absolutely insane. Um, I think I'm actually going to keep both light carriers, and oh, you know what? I should have taken the seaplane as a hit before this sub, but I guess I can do that this turn. Yeah, I think I am just going to take the seaplane as a hit. So that'll leave the Navy intact. All right. So yeah, that's uh, that's the end result there. So the British lose the submarine. They lose one of their fighters. Um, you do get to target select which fighter from which. So do you have a preference out of the fighter from Gibraltar, the fighter from Egypt, and the fighter from India? Which of the 3 do you want to be the one that dies? It does affect how much movement's left for landing and such. Okay, fighter from Egypt is dead, which is this one. So the fighter that came over here has to land on the light carrier, and then the other 2 fighters, let's see, Italy, I don't think Italy has a airborne, do you? Alright, in that case, no worries. Alright, the fighter from Gibraltar is going to land in Lower Egypt, and the attack bomber is going to go back there. And then all the other units are in the sea zone. And then the seaplane is dead. Alright, and that clears the Italian Navy. So for non-combat moves, our coastal defense ship is going to move into A-17. Not going to move around any of the units in England. Nothing here, nothing here. Our battleships, alright, so our units that are at India. Our submarine is going to move into I-11. Our transport, we have 2 strategic naval movement. We're going to go 1-2 into I-5, pick up the Colonial off Egypt, and then go 3-4 back into Maharashtra, drop that off there, and that transport is going to go into port. And we are also going to stick all 3 of our battleships into port in Maharashtra as well. And then our infantry from Punjab is going to come down into Maharashtra. Our planes that attack southern India are going to land in Maharashtra. And I think that's got it for non-coms. So we can collect dollars and place units. Both FEC units are going to Maharashtra. The fighter Lend-Lease is going to the French in northern Algeria. We have a militia upgrade in Colonial getting placed in Lower Egypt. We have a Colonial getting placed into Transjordan. And we have an infantry going to northern England, and then a artillery and anti-air gun being placed into London. So that's going to be it for the British turn. We are going to collect $29. We do get +3 for Suez, and since we were able to kill that Italian coastal sub, our lines are all cleared of raiding units because the Japanese didn't raid us down here in Africa, and they didn't raid the FEC line either. So we do get that +2 for this turn at least, which means we will collect a total of $34 for GB, and then FEC collects 2 plus their wartime bonus of 2, putting them at 4, and then Anzac remains dead. So that's going to be it for the British Commonwealth. That'll move us to the Free French turn. Free France has $4. They're going to be buying 2 militia. No combat moves for the French. For non-combat moves, we're going to take all 4 of our aircraft that are at northern Algeria. They're going to fly all 4 of those to Lower Egypt. Let's bring back the plane party here. And then our infantry in Madagascar is going to hop on the transport, and it's going to go 1-2 into I-7 and drop off into Maharashtra. Protect that there. Our French, I guess we do have 1 combat move as the French. We are going to raid the Italian line at Tripoli. So dice, get these up here. So we're raiding at a +2. We're in blue, and that's going to be no damage to the Italians, so they will keep their money. The French light cruiser and destroyer in I-7 are going to go. They are going to go up into I-6 and go in port there into Maharashtra. I think actually, Britain has radar, so all these could scramble out. Let's see, that'd be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you'd have to do it. All right, yeah. So the 2 French ships are just going to join the transport in port at the major dockyard in Maharashtra, and then Free France collects $4. I do have 1 other non-combat move, in that the infantry in Syria is moving down into Transjordan. And then we're going to place a militia into Syria and a militia into Madagascar. And that will be the Free France turn. We already collected our $4. So we will call that a wrap. Got extremely lucky with this battle in M4. Leaves us with most of our ships to then turn around again and go back against the Japanese. So that will be very interesting to see how this all plays out. And with that, we'll just send it back over to Elite Golden for Italy turn 13. See you guys later.